Greetings, everybody. Yes, it is Saturday. I've just basically woken up, so I don't know what day it is. It's Saturday. It is another live stream from Edra Tales. Yes, this is Grockle Snook of the Bottled Imp. And there he is in the bottle. Yes, the Bottled Imp is a YouTube channel. So I do have this Edra Tales Twitch channel and Edra Tales YouTube channel and Edra Tales website. But we've also got a fantasy board game review, fantasy book review, and fantasy, what's the other one? Fantasy films YouTube channel that I co-created with my friend Julian. So if you want to check out those, it is fantasy reviews galore. There we go. So how is everybody? I've just woken up. I don't think anyone's watching. Oh, that's good. I could have gone back to bed. You just sit here until someone starts to watch. Is that the way to get viewers? Just don't do anything until they come. Refuse to talk. No, there we go. So, yes, it is another Saturday morning live stream. Hello there, Spell Sing. How are you? Morning. I thought I was on holiday. Yeah, I thought I was on holiday as well, too. I don't know what's going on. No, we don't go on holiday until Wednesday. So Wednesday is, we won't be doing a live stream of sorcery. But Saturday, I am still here. I'm just looking at my diary. You got me worried there. Am I meant to be somewhere? No, I'm not meant to be anywhere until this evening. So that's good. Anyway, good morning, Jonathan. Good morning, Spellsing. Good morning, Leah, and good afternoon. And as predicted by Sorcery Night, it really is cats and dogs. It's raining cats and dogs. Oh, I am very jealous of you because we still have not had rain for weeks and weeks and weeks. Oh, yes. Spelsing's on holiday from midday. That's what we like to hear. And Colin has joined us. Just pop in and say hi, everyone. How are you, Colin, sir? Are you doing well? Are you enjoying the heat? I know some people absolutely adore the heat. Some people are like, no, just give me snow. I'm one of these people that I quite like every season that we get. So I like the change in season though. I think would I be annoyed if it was sunny all the time? Maybe it's just what you're used to. You know, the UK has 4 distinct seasons, and yes, we do get summer. But maybe if you're in a country that's hot all the year round, you just get used to it, I guess. Struggling with heat, to be honest. Yeah, it is hot. Martha, good morning, Martha. Snow. Martha lives in Norway, so I guess snow is the predominant bit of weather there. How is everybody? Thank you for joining me. We've got someone else that's followed, actually. Look, oh yes, that's Cubai. Who was Cubai? I've forgotten already who he was, and I knew him. Met him at UK Games Expo. Yeah, how everybody? I've just woken up, basically. I woke up at 8 o'clock, set my alarm, and then went, I'll sleep through that one. And I set one every 10 minutes, so till 8:30. And by then, I should be awake, I should be up. And then I went, oh no, just go. And then I just slept and slept. So my body obviously needed it. How is everybody? What's everybody been up to the past week? As you've probably seen, hopefully you've seen, let me know if you've seen these, my little videos, my little social media posts. Because, we've always said if you're trying to create something, promotion is the hardest part. That's what I find anyway. So let me know if you've got any tips about promoting work, basically. Promoting your book, promoting your play, promoting your artwork, whatever it is. It's promotion, which is always a tricky one. Martha says, I'm drained after one full panic. Oh, no. You had a panic attack, then an anxiety. Oh, no, Martha. Big hugs for Martha, everybody. Big hugs for Martha. Sorry to hear that. Hopefully you're okay now. Lehman's, but hopefully it will stop raining in 3 hours' time, so the Spider-Man Riverside fireworks won't be cancelled. Oh, well, yeah, that's quite a long time to be raining, I guess, isn't it? 3 hours. So fingers crossed that they won't be raining. Yeah, Martha's put, Leerin's put, hang in there, Martha. Absolutely. Yeah, struggling with the heat. I've got 2 fans. They do allow me a fan in the dungeon, although Grucklesnook's a fan of mine. And we do have a little grated window up there. Yeah, I don't know how to cope with the heat, cold things. One thing I do, and I don't know if it really works or not, is I just ignore it. I just I don't give it energy or oxygen. So I don't sort of go, oh, it's hot. Oh, it's hot. So occasionally I'll go, oh, it's hot, but I'm not going, oh, like that. I think as soon as you do that, then your body, I don't know, it's probably all in the mind. Whereas if I sort of just ignore it and go, whoa, that's a bit hot, I can't ignore it, but just still carry on my normal day. I don't let it beat me. Thumbs and what? Gosh, thumbs on screens are not fast enough. Oh, I see. Morning, Sally. Am I a bit robotic again? That's a Twitch thing then. That's definitely a Twitch thing. My body just wanting to rest, says Martha. Yeah, big hugs from Sally. It's all psychological. I think it is all psychological. So I just sort of ignore the heat. I mean, I sort of do say, oh, it's hot, it is hot. Wow, it's a hot one. So I do acknowledge it, but I kind of then don't think it's going to let me affect me. However, it makes people tired. It makes me tired. So maybe that's why I've slept in quite a lot. Although I have been busy. So yes, we're talking about social media, advertising, promotion. I know Jonathan has always done a lot of promotion. And I guess you've got to look at what's in your budget, what's in your time, like how much time can you create something for a promotional piece? And I guess your skill level. If you have millions to spend on promotion, then you can have a fancy trailer, you can do lots of different things. However, if you haven't, like a lot of us, then yeah, you have to be a bit creative. Martha says, yes, you are a bit robotic. Odd you weren't during the gamebook thing, but you are now. That's just Twitch. I don't really know what to say about that. So I don't know how to resolve that. I'm not sure it's entirely psychological, says Sally. Some people can be really poorly from the heat. Yes, yeah, no, it is both. It is both. It obviously does affect the body because the body has to operate in a certain band. It can't be too cold and it can't be too hot. So yeah, but I do think like anything in life, if you give it too much oxygen and let you and you let it get you down, then it's won, hasn't it? Whereas if I just sort of go, oh, it's hot, but I'm doing it anyway, But yeah, fair enough. You do have to be careful, obviously. You have to be careful in the heat. Any extreme weathers you have to be careful in. Learens, but hello again. Wise Muse Sally, yes, thank you for helping us. Smite the CGI Hydra Good Wednesday. Yes, exactly. Well, thanks. Not sure what it did, but it was really fun. Just you being there, Sally. Just you being there. You're the good luck charm. Yeah, so I've been doing those little videos. Has anybody seen my little videos? For my spiritual psychic medium ones, and then also for the To Kill a Thief ones. Let me know what you think of them, because it's all just an experiment. Muses inspire good fortune in any epic. Absolutely, says Lirin. Oh yeah, of course, because Sally was here. Sorry. Just got what you meant. Yeah, Sally was right here. She was running the show. She was the star of the show. Yeah. me. Should have been me, but no, it was good. It was good fun. It was good fun, actually. I forgot. See, I've already wiped that from my memory. No, it's good fun to have a co-host and somebody as delightful as Sally. Well, at least I made an impression on Leaving. Yeah. I know. Yeah, you know me and my amazing memory. So yeah, let me know what you thought of the be honest of my little videos, because it's like I don't know what to do if you have no budget to make social media posts. It really is what you do. So I thought it'd be quite fun to dress up as Loquacious McCarbre. I'm telling you a bit of the story, and then I'm giving you that devilish dilemma. I'm giving you the choice. So it's just glimpses from the book, because it's like if I was seeing a book, that's the question then. What makes you buy a book then? What makes you want to get involved in a book? Presumably it's the cover artwork, it's the blurb on the back. You're already, if you're looking at the game book, you're probably already into game books. I guess it's the theme of it. Some people might not really like dungeon crawlers, sort of, fighting fantasy ones. People might prefer different sort of themes. But yeah, so I just thought it'd be a bit of fun. That I think, how many videos have I put out? I've put out 2 videos for the Loquacious McCarbre one, To Kill a Thief one, and they've both got over 400 views on Facebook. Now, I do need to get onto BookTok, don't I? I need to get onto TikTok. Jonathan, are you on TikTok? And do you do BookTok? Now, these are words I never thought I'd be saying when I was in my youth. Leaving's but here. The rain's cleared outside again. Might as well continue watching the live stream under the sun before it sets. Oh, that sounds delightful. Obviously no one's seen my videos. No one's commenting on them. Cockle snack. So yeah, but I will be doing, I thought I'd also do some other ones where, I don't know, you do a voiceover, but then you need images. And of course, if you haven't got images, I've got some images. So maybe I could put my images up from the book. So here's a question then, because I had thought about doing the same thing, but not me telling you directly to the camera, but then showing some of the images. But then I don't really want to spoil the images, for people that want to read the book. So it's a bit of a dilemma. Some say a devilish dilemma. Yeah. So yeah, how do you create interest? How do you create interest for your book? Jonathan just puts up. Jonathan's put it is hard when images can be spoilers. Yeah, that's the problem. And I haven't got a budget to, pay someone to do a trailer, or I haven't got a budget to, or I haven't got time to sort of draw it myself. So, and I don't want to use the images from the book because they're spoilers. Ding. Exactly. It is a devilish dilemma. But not all of the images don't really spoil the plot. No, that's true. That's true. But if you've got like a 30-second video that you want to just sort of, whatever you're saying, you need some images behind it. I don't know. It's tricky. And because it's sort of fantasy based, it needs to sort of match that. So, I don't know. Martha's book. I have seen one of the game book one, but whose voice was in the video? So that would have been the first one you saw. Yes. Well, that was my voice, Martha. But when I recorded it, I didn't think my voice sounded impactful enough. So I pitched it lower, but I obviously pitched it too much because I sounded like, who's the guy? I sounded like Batman Returns, the They know what gets attention. Oh, what's that in response to? Oh, I think you should ask my kids for ideas. Yes, I did talk to your eldest about it, and I've totally forgotten what she said. No, I think it was more like, yeah, you need to be on Book Talk. Um, I need to look at Book Talk to see what they're doing. You sound butch. You sounded butch. Well, that was kind of what I was going for. And then also, yes, but for content, yes, I do appreciate that. I did speak to your eldest about it, but I didn't. I thought I'd remember. It will come back to me. I've just woken up. I sounded butch, yeah. I wanted it to be butch, but and also when I pitched it down, I did think, yeah, it does sound a little bit ridiculous. Um, but I thought people might comment on that, and therefore you get people commenting. So it kind of, I thought, oh, maybe, even if they're not commenting on the book, they're commenting on it. So then the algorithm goes, oh, people are commenting on it. But only one person did. Sam did. Leerin's put here, Michael Keaton's Batman in the 1982-1992 films were just right Batman voice, not gravelly, but much more scary because it was cold, calm, confident. Yeah, I agree. I think that, and it didn't seem silly. Whereas the Christopher Nolan, is it Christian Bale? Yeah, Christian Bale that plays Bale. That was just too deep. Book talk can be really toxic, those. Oh, I see, says Martha. Seen some complaints about it. Oh, really? Yeah, I'll have to have a look at it then. Thanks for that, Martha. Jonathan has I've been working out the publishing schedule for Ace Game Books for the next 4 years. 4 years? Jonathan, you're a machine. I don't have a title for 2029 yet, but I would like to publish the 13th Ace Game Book on the 31st of October 2030, The Haunting of Sleepy Hollow. That would be good. Yeah, that would be good. So you plan out that far in advance. I'm always impressed. Like, you must have known about the Winnie the Pooh 100 years to be able to do that. I'm just not. I don't know. I plan things, but not to that extent. I love that story. Great idea. I am today. What are you today? Yeah, no, that is The Haunting of Sleepy Hollow is a really good. Yeah, not quite as good as the Rat Wife of Sleepy Eye. By the way, the cover has been revealed for the Rat Wife of Sleepy Eye. I can't remember if I've revealed it to you previously, but Troy is being published by Savage Realms. I always want to say Savage Garden. Savage Realms game books, and Troy has been posting up the cover. So have a look at those if you're in any of the game book groups on Facebook. I really am tired. I can hardly think. Of course, no. Oh yeah, I like to do things to anniversary if possible. Nothing is good. Oh, nothing is as good as the Rat Wife of Sleepy. Oh, Jonathan. See, look at that. See how he butters me up. Yes, to the anniversary. That's a clever marketing strategy, actually, isn't it? But you've got. I really do like your, and it's you know, it's so tempting to copy what you're doing, Jonathan, but I can't. I won't, obviously, because it's your thing. But by picking IPs that are out of copyright, you've already got that built-in audience, and if you then there are anniversaries that you can tag it into. I don't know how I could tag my anniversaries in. Mine are more of your fighting fantasy, sort of just classic style game books that kind of don't exist in our world, So I don't know how I could tag in anniversaries, but that is a clever marketing idea, absolutely. Lewis, but it will have the escapades of the headless horseman charges out of the dark forest to look forward to when I'm half a century old. Yeah, thank you, Bard John. Yeah, no, absolutely. 3 playable characters. Ooh, Ichabod Crane, Katrina Van Tassel. That sounds like a porn name. And the Headless Horseman. Oh, you can play as the Headless Horseman. Nice. Nice. Next Pathfinder game. I'm challenged to not play as a rogue. Sad, since I'm comfortable with rogue, so I went with a bard. Yeah, absolutely. You went with a bard. Bards can be a lot of fun because you can make up songs, obviously, and yeah, they're sort of storytellers, so you can start storytelling, which is good. Yeah, enjoy that one, Martha. I know what you mean. Yeah, just because I like playing rogue, so you go, I'll play rogue. But it's nice to play other characters though, just to see what they feel like. Jonathan will be 59 by then. Jonathan, no, you're not. No, you're not. We're not. We're still in our 20s. So how old will I be in 2030? What's that? 4 year times? I'll be 57. 57. Martha's. No, Sally's, but oh Lord, I've just realised I'll be more than a century old. What? More than a century old? Wait, hang on, is there something you need to tell me, Sally? Yes, Ichabod Crane is a great name. It is. That is one of the original names in Sleepy Hollow. I'm not sure you know the story. Do you know the story, Sally? It's an American. What's his name? Washington. Irvin Washington wrote. It's a classic American book from like the 1800s. I've just realised that more than half a century. There you go. More than half a century. Well, there's an archetype called Sea Singer, my excuse to sing sea shanties. Oh, that's a brilliant idea. Yeah, so you're very specific about what songs you sing, and it's sea shanties. Love it. Yeah, she is a cradle snatcher, yeah. And she, obviously, that oil of Ulay goes on very well. I probably feel more than a century. Oh, no. Washington Irving, that's it. He also wrote Rip Van Winkle. Yes. Yeah. Two classics. Oh, you do know the story. Oh, sorry. I thought you were just responding to Jonathan's. I really enjoyed the film in my teens. Yeah, the old Jonathan. Yeah, I thought that was good. Johnny Depp film. I thought that was good. Tim Burton. Work, since my character is a dock worker. Nice. So you're a dock. Oh, yeah, okay. So you're a dock worker who sings sea shanties and also a bard. Yeah, I like it. It's good characterization. Absolutely. It is tricky with the with the promotion. I think you just have to build it up slowly. It really is that kind of thing, and post consistently, and try little things. Because I am going to do. I just thought about maybe doing a text based one. Yeah, as I say, a text based one. Um, maybe I could just take photos of castles or ruins or something like that, and then I've got loads of that sort of stuff. Yeah, maybe I could just put photos together, and then each section of me talking, says you are a braggart. Diddle alert, new image, diddle alert, but put the letters, put the writing up as well. So the main focus is the writing, and then at the end put the book cover. Don't know. I'll have to just experiment. Sleepy Hollow is literally the first film I saw in the 21st century, January the 1st, 2000. Was it? I'm pretty sure. Was it 2000? Yeah, I definitely saw it at the cinema. Yeah. Martha's, but his name is Dawson Thorne. Oh, that's a good, strong name, Martha. And his nickname is Rusty due to the kind of tanky bard. Hang on. Due to his kind of a tanky bard. I'm not sure what a tanky bard is, what tanky means, but I like the sound of it. Rusty. Well, I guess ships, you know, the metal salt water it will rust things. Is he's got a rusty beard? He's like a tank. Yeah. Oh, I see. Right, he's built like a tank. Is that it? Dawson Thorn, that's a great name. I like that. And Rusty, giving them nicknames. Yeah, I don't really give my characters nicknames. That's a good point, actually. Yeah. So I've got a lot of So I am going to be thinking about. I'm going to keep doing videos now. I do need to check. In fact, I might do that today. Actually, check out Book Talk, um, and then just post up and see what happens. Well, the advertising at the moment is to advertise the fact that I'm going to be at the Fighting Fantasy Fest 6, which is coming up the 5th of September. All very excited about that. So that's sort of the launch of the book, if you like, which you're very excited about because it's just happened that way. I had planned on getting the book out to everybody last year. And I let everybody down, so I do feel bad about that. But hey, you know, that's the way it's gone. I have still kept my promise, though, you know, and sent people their books. I do still have about 8 people to send out to books, so hopefully that will get sent out shortly. And then, then the plan is to promote this book, obviously, whilst then writing the next one. So, and we're doing, I was going to say, it's the map maker, isn't it? It's the cartographer. That's going to be my next book. I just forgot. I forgot about that, and I was going to ask, what should my next one be about? But it's going to be a cartographer. Let me write that down. Yeah. He can fight, this is Martha's character, both with his hands and magic, and he's not afraid of a bar fight. Like the sound of him, he sounds awesome. Leaving his pay, it was a lovely coincidence I found my long-lost ukulele today. Brilliant. You just inspired me to tune it up. There we go. Learn Caribbean Pirate Santi, leave her, Johnny, leave her. And put it on Edra Facebook. Yeah. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. Absolutely. 2030 will be Fighting Fantasy Fest 8. It will be, won't it? And hopefully by then I'll have a series of game books. You know, I'll have more than just one. Or 2. The Rat Wife of Sleepy Eye. Yes. Unfortunately, that's not going to be available. That's not going to be printed yet. Because Troy said that he's... the artist that he's commissioned is working on a project at the moment, and then he'll get round to doing Rat White Sleepy Eye in September. So that's fair enough. And then, which is a shame because it would have been nice if we had those books there as well. But yeah, so that's nice. That's cool. He's also married to his husband, who he loves so much. Yes, I'm making married bard to not be the stereotypical bard. Yeah, that's fair enough. But absolutely. Yeah. Put character depth into your characters. Absolutely. Yeah. And does his husband also work on the docks, or what's his husband like? Is it like the husband's completely different to him? I've just checked out your cover. It looks good. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Yeah. Same methods, Photoshop. And yeah, obviously it had to be a rat on the cover. I do like the classic Fighting Fantasy books that I remember are the ones with the monsters. And that single image. So I guess I'm just copying them, you know. But it works. It's what got me excited as a kid, you know. And I'm sure there's still an audience for that. So Ian Livingston's got his new book out, hasn't he? That's going to be available at Fighting Fantasy Fest. Leavings, but a faithful and romantic pirate like the dread pirate Roberts, aka Wesley of the Princess Bride. Oh, it's ages since I've seen the Princess Bride. I can never remember films unless I've seen them more than once. Yeah, faithful romantic pirate. His husband is a druid. Oh, nice. So there's a completely different, yeah, who rehabilitates injured wildlife and helps them out in the wild again. Oh, well, they sound a lovely couple. That sounds a good character as well, mate. Well, maybe in the future, your next character could be his husband. You could play the druid. That could be cool. Oh, I think all those videos, though, filming, is that rat attacking? Not quite. No, it's meant to be a Warpatinger. It's meant to be a Warpatinger. So if you can't recognise it, that's probably my bad. Yeah. That is the plan. Oh, okay, cool. Nice one. So, yeah, so Martha's got 2 characters lined up. So I'm going to be doing, so the Map Maker game book. It's one of those things where I'm in a little bit of a lull, actually, creativity wise, because I've got, I've got various games that are kind of at, pitch ready level. This one isn't. Have I shown you this one? What's your poison? Oh, talking of pirates. This is AI art, just to let you know. Obviously, I do prototype AI art, just because I can get everything consistent and how I want it. So, what's your poison? I've rethemed. So, this is a game that co-designed with Kedrick, and it could be a sequel to the Crooked Crown. It fits well with that. But yeah, so it's pirate goblins. And it's all about drinking. So we've got grog, different types of drink. We've got brandy. We've got this one, rum. Did I show you these before? Rum Fastilius. Was it? Rum Fastilian. So I looked up pirate drinks, and rum Fastilian is one. Grog is another one. Bamboo. Has anyone heard of bamboo? Cool. It's a Warpatinger, not that you're in the doldrums creatively. Oh, I see. Yes, I'm not in the doldrums creatively. No, I'm in a lull, I should say, because everything's getting. I'm kind of like going. Oh, there's nothing close to finishing. So I've done the Rat Wife of Sleepy Eye, done To Kill a Thief. My board games are at sort of pitch ready level, so I'm just basically sending them out. So I'm not working on 17 things at once. Yeah, the calm before the storm, absolutely. So this game is probably the one that might need the most work on it, although my Christmas Carol game still needs work on it as well. But that's not a priority as of yet. So we've got this. We've got a lovely beer. And then this game is about surviving. And we do have a poison card, and it's a card shedding game where all the cards get dealt out to the players, and you're just trying to get rid of cards. So it's a game. There's the poison. It's a game of bluff, because you are going to vote to be the lead drinker, and so you have, say, 20 tokens or 10 tokens. I don't know how many I've got at the moment. 20 tokens, and this is why I'm still playtesting it, to vote with. And then you put, I've got little cups. Oh, and you put your voting tokens in here at the beginning of a go, and then you reveal them. And if you've won the vote, everyone loses their tokens. You then get to choose which drink it's going to be. So if in my hand I've got, say, 4 bamboo, there's only 5 of each. I might say, right, the drink's going to be bamboo, 4 bamboo, and then someone next to me is going to go 1 bamboo. You have to follow suit. Then I know if I've genuinely played 4 bamboos, that next person might be bluffing, but there should only really, in theory, be 1 bamboo. But the next person's going to go 1 bamboo, and so someone's going to be bluffing. And you can challenge. So say I went 4 bamboo, and yeah, I put 2 wine and 2 bamboo. Someone challenged me, I have to pick them up and all the rest of the cards that are there as well. So it's that kind of game. It's a card shedding game. And also you can't win if you've got the poison. Can't win if you've got the poison. So you need to smuggle the poison out. If someone challenges you and it is the poison, then what have we got it? You have to drink the poison. So you lose 1 of your 3 lives, but they get to pick up the cards. I think that's what we got it, because this was very tricky. We had to work this out. If you manage to get the poison out, then obviously it's gone, it's out, and then someone else is going to have it. And that's basically the game. So it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of, what? You smuggled that out, did you? Or, and you go bluff, you're bluffing, and then you turn it over. It's like, oh, you're not bluffing. So it's that kind of game, that kind of feeling. So I'm going to be playtesting that in a couple of weeks' time. Not heard of bamboo, but they do say rum is literally made of raw boiled sugarcane juice. Yes, bamboo, I think, has got a mixture of rum into it, whereas rum is delicious. I miss it. Are you completely off the drink now, Jonathan? Rum fustian is, strangely enough, not got rum in. It's a different drink. I've forgotten the details of it, but that'd be quite cool to have like a little guide to pirate drinks in the booklet as well, in the book. Is it sweet? I don't drink often, and I'm familiar with most flavors of alcohol. I don't know. I've never had bamboo. I've never rum. I think rum's smooth. Is it, Jonathan? I'm not really a spirit drinker. For the foreseeable future, fair enough. I mainly drink cider. So there we go. So we've got some lovely, cool little things. We've got the chosen drinker. The chosen drinker, I've called it. And then so that's like the chosen drinker. So and then once a challenge has been made, you then just go again. You do the voting again, and you do have 3 lives. Once you've lost your last life, you're out. So there is player elimination, but hopefully you'll stay in the game long enough to feel like you've actually played the game. And then if you do get eliminated, then hopefully you won't have too long to wait before someone wins. So that's one that I'm working on. Christmas Carol needs work on it. What's Your Poison needs work on it. What else? And then the other games, they're all pretty much ready, and we've been pitching them around. My Those People game, that's ready now to be pitched around. And I did pitch it to one company, as in I emailed them. And I've not heard back. So I'm going to start pitching it to other companies, because really it's numbers. The more companies see it, the more one of them might want it, basically. The card game you described sounds a card version of Liar's Dice. Yes, it's very similar. There are lots of games out there that are riffing off Liar's Dice, absolutely. And I think, as long as you put enough twist into it, then that's fair enough. You could use a mechanism of Snakes and Ladder in a bigger game. And it's quite good, because people go, oh, it's like that bit's like Snakes and Ladder, so they already know what it is. So if I said, it's a little bit like Liar's Dice, however, these are the changes, then it's quicker for people to understand how to play it. Rum is smooth and sweet. It doesn't burn like whiskey. Oh, maybe I need to get into rum then. No, don't do that. And cheat, yes. I think Sally, because you've played it, haven't you, Sally? Yes, of course you have. Yeah, we play tested it with my son, his wife, Sally, and myself. and it was a slightly different version. It was set in the Chat Noir, you know, the Bohemian cafe sort of bar, in, oh, here we go, in, look at that, recognize that, in France, and I thought I'd said it there first, and then I thought, actually, you know, the backstory of that is, why would somebody be wanting to poison people? Whereas the premise of the Goblin pirate one is that the captain has been, you know, there's mutiny on board, and Goblin tradition is, yeah, we drink to see who's the next captain. Why not? So it makes more sense that it just fits the theme better. Another memorable event, clearly. Come on, you know me. You know me. I've just woken up. No, I do remember. I did remember. Don't hate me. Aha, says Lewin. For authenticity of my pirate shanty, I'm going to get drunk on rum, then record it. Why intoxication? Yeah, I would watch it back first before you put it up online, just in case. You don't want to do things you regret. So, yeah, so that's good. So, yeah, so at the moment, the games that are close to, so I've got a lot of games that are ready to be pitched, you know, which are being pitched. Flat Cat, Fat Cat, Wonky Wand, Misbehave, although I'm going to alter Misbehave, so I'm going to work on that. What else? There was another one as well. There was four. There was another one. And then Christmas Carol and What's Your Poison, there, you know, What's Your Poison, I think, is very close. Oh, those people as well. But there was another one as well. So, yeah, and Christmas Carol. So I'm kind of in a sort of state where it's like, oh, I've not really got too much on. I have, because I've been tidying everything up, been tidying my place up, and streamlining. So I've been doing that. I've been fixing things. Like I had to fix my loo, you know, and I've been recording these videos as well, which has been taking time. So I am still being busy, but it's a different kind of busy. So I guess, how do people cope with, you know, sort of, it's a balancing act. How do you find time to be creative? How do you find time to, you know, spend time with your family and friends? How do you spend time doing promotion? How do you spend time doing admin of your life? It's a tricky one, you know, it really is. So I was gearing up the last week or so. I've been going, yeah, I need to start writing my next big game book. Now, when I say game book, as in, you know, it's going to be like this, but I'm not going to do it. By the way, this wasn't happy about this. I think I did that by mistake. So this is going to be my copy. All the other copies are pristine, but yeah, I was really annoyed. It's like, oh, I can't sell this one. I'm going to have to keep this one for myself. So it's not going to be as thick as this. It's probably going to be 50,000 words. And it's going to be a less ambitious story, because this one, you cover a lot of ground in this one. This is quite a big story. And it's more of a novel. It's a story that could easily fit a novel. So I'm going to cut down on the amount of story and what the challenge is. The Map Maker game book, I think, yeah. So I've been starting to think about that. The Map Maker game book is going to be, I've got this idea, haven't we, that you've been commissioned to go to an island. How about a pirate game book where you run away from the Navy and privateers? Yeah, that's a good idea. Absolutely. I do want to do a pirate game book. But I'd quite like the idea of the Map Maker. Because I'm trying to, let me see, I'm trying to do game books that are slightly different. And obviously that's very difficult, because there's lots of game books. You've got the classic game books of old, and you've got the new game books, you know, so it's difficult to find your niche. But I'm trying to do, I like folk tales, I like that type of thing. So I'm kind of merging that sort of that with the traditional fighting fantasy sort of dungeon crawler. So I thought if I picked a map maker, a cartographer, if you will, it's a slightly different character, but yet you're still going to come in contact with more classic traditional fighting fantasy type-esque book. You know, that is that kind of, or like Jonathan's one, you know, where Jonathan's taking already existing IPs and then bringing them into you know the fighting fantasy-esque sort of style where you've got a quest obviously and you're fighting monsters or you've got enemies, you've got tasks to do. So it's that kind of feeling. Lee Rinsberg Osborne's character and world-building prose is good source to draw and silent inspiration from. Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, it is the occasional continuity nods and ripping them off. What do you mean? Well, I'm ripping them off. To pass books like In Sorcery and the first 10 Stephen E. and FF books. Yeah, it's a nod to them. By the way, happy World Honeybee Day, everyone. Oh, is it? See, it's things like that I need to find out because if you do write, there might be a cartographer's day. Maybe I need to look that. Oh, Jonathan's ripping off the classics. Well, yeah, it's a bit harsh. They're out of copyright. I think you've done a genius thing, Jonathan. I've said this to you many times before, and I'm very jealous, you know, because it's a very... But weirdly enough, though, it wouldn't be right for me. I don't think it would be right for me because I like to create my own stuff, like, from scratch. You know, I know you do as well, Jonathan. I'm not trying to, you know, say you don't. But it's a very clever business model, and you know you can really get into the mind of the classics, and you can then put your own spin on it and bring it into the game book world, which is just brilliant. And I love the fact that you're successful with it. So yeah, but yeah, I guess you are very loosely. Yesterday was Lizard Day, so I plugged my book with lizards in them. Yeah, see, you've cottoned onto something. You need to do that because you need a sort of reason why you're plugging it, I guess. Yes, happy bee, everybody. Ironically, the books I write for other people have complete original plots. Yeah, exactly. Whereas the ones I write for myself are a riff off existing stories. Yes, no, absolutely. You do that. You do both. You do both. But I do think that when you're self-publishing, you know, and you're kickstarting it, you've got a business model with Ace Game Books where you have already an audience. Whereas I'm starting from scratch. It's like no one knows what Edra Tales is, no one knows what Devilish Devils is, you know. So you've got a good business model there. So today would be the day to plug Misbehave. Yes, it would be. It would be, but it's not quite ready. But if the game was out, so that's what I mean. Yeah, if the game was out, if it was published, then absolutely. I do need to look into. Well, what's my one? To Kill a Thief. Is there an international Thief's Day? Next year, yes, next year. Hopefully, I'm going to get some published. Yeah. I'm getting really close to getting another game published. You know, I'm in talks with publishers, but no one's quite said yes to any of my games yet. So it's sort. I can almost taste the contract. You know, I can taste it, but we'll just keep doing it. And I've got to the stage now. Like I do remember Kedrick, who co-designed Guildlands and Crooked Crown. We did those together. I do remember when I first met Kedrick all those years ago, he had a back catalogue of games that he had designed but had not published. And so he must have had about 10, something like that. And that he'd tried getting published and nobody wanted it. And then so he just put them to one side, carried on with a new one, then managed to get success with a few other games, then the Crooked Crown and Guildlands, he now shows sort of his back catalogue. So you go to a pub, so have you got anything else? And you go, well, actually, yeah, I've got this game about bees. And they might go, oh, yeah, tell me about that. So I'm getting to that stage now where I've got 4 or 5 that I can pitch to people. There is International Talk Like a Pirate Day in September. Is there really? Oh, yes, I do remember that. That sounds cool. So Nicholas is the patron saint of repentant thieves. Oh, really? Among other things. So you could plug it on St. Nicholas Day, the 6th of December. Right, let me make a note of that. Am I ever going to remember that, Jonathan? How am I going to remember that? Let me write that in my diary. Thank you for that, Jonathan. Yeah, see, you're good. This isn't your first rodeo, isn't it? 6th of December. Isn't that Germany? Isn't that their day where they open up their presents? St. Nicholas Day. Patron saint of repentant thieves. Yeah. Okay. That sounds good to me. I used to plug Bloodbones on Talk Like a Pirate Day, but now I plug Neverland. Yeah, absolutely. I think it is. Yeah, I think it is because my auntie married a German, and I remember her saying that. Yeah. So map make your game book. Yeah, you're commissioned to go and map make. Go and chart an island, and I've always liked the idea. I've always liked the name Sinister Island for obvious reasons, but I don't know if that's too on the nose. Sinister Island, and the reason why I came up with that name was I actually thought I listened to Radio 5 Live and knew when they do the travel. There's this. I thought the travel lady was saying Sinister Island, and there's a bit of travel problems there on Sinister Island, and I thought, oh wow, that sounds great, Sinister Island. But it's not that. It's a different. It's what is it? Sinister. It's something like Sinister Island or something like that. Somebody might know. And then I remember saying it to someone, and they said, "No, you idiot! It's not Sinister Island. It's Sinister Island." I went, "Oh, okay." But then I just stuck. So I always did want to include that Sinister Island, but maybe that's too on the nose. Maybe that's too on the nose. I don't know. Let me know what you think. So the other things that I'm going to be selling. So Jonathan, you're okay with me selling merchandise, are you? Things that are kind of they're side adjacent to game books. So on Fighting Fantasy Festival 6, obviously I'm going to be selling the game book. I did also think of giving away little free samples of the Rat Wife of Sleepy Eye. So I need to sort of say to Troy that does he think that's a good idea and is he okay with that? Plus, I've got my gob heads. Now this one, Clank, is Clank. So I'm going to sell my gob heads because they don't feature, but they're in here. You can actually buy a gob head if you stumble across one of the markets. There's a gob. You can buy a gob head for sale. So I thought that'd be quite cool. Yes, sell away. Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to be doing that. Thank you very much, Jonathan. I wasn't sure how strict you were with that kind of thing. Plus, I'm going to be selling. Let me show you. I think most of you. Oh, hello. It's all kicking off. What's going on? I think most of you have seen this, haven't you? So then I've also got my my little goblin badges. So no one's. I don't think I'm spoiling this for anybody. Oh, is Sally going? Good sunset, Sally. Sally's off, is she? Oh, I missed that. I've got to go. Have a good weekend, everyone. Remember, no live stream next week. We're in lovely Swanage. Yes, that is true. That is true. Thank you, Sally. Yes, got the Goblin badges for sale. So they're pretty cool. I'm very happy how these have come out. Really happy. So we've got lots of those for sale. And we do have a limited supply. In fact, I've got a limited supply of books actually as well. Of the dice. Oh, these aren't actually the custom ones, but these are what they look like. These were just a test one that Hazel, who made them for me, showed me. So these are what they like. They're blood red. They will have the little devilish dilemmas devil symbol. But yeah, so I've got those to sell as well. So I've got the gob heads, I've got the book, the gob heads, the dice, and the badge. And I was also thinking, Jonathan, if you're okay with these, because it is kind of related. Again, selling my Story Spark card book, Story Spark cards, because I've still got some of those left. And also, how do you feel about this? I've got my novel of Magic and Monkeys. Would you be okay me selling a novel rather than a strict game book, or is that pushing it a bit too far? It's fantasy related, so it's not like it's completely off topic. However, it's not a game book. So Leah, let me know what you think about that. It's whether or not, I guess, if I go for it. Oh well, thank you, Jonathan. It's whether or not people, because everyone's there for game books. It's whether or not they in the mind to buy novels. Because I had that experience when I had a stall at UK Games Expo one year, and I had my Grimace Ironblood book, and people thought it was a game book, and I hadn't thought, oh yeah, because I just thought, oh, there's people that like playing fancy board games and card games, they'll want a fancy book, and it's like, no, they weren't. They were there to buy games. So I really learned that lesson. Although I think the novel probably will be okay because it's a novel, and these are, for want of a better word, novels. You know, it is reading, so it's reading and reading. It's not too far. Yeah. So anyway, so thanks for that. Look at the time. Oh, it's coming up for 11 o'clock. Yes. Thank you, Martha. Loreen says, managed to walk 2.8 kilometers while listening to chat, and it went by like a breeze. Oh, thank you very much. It does go quite quickly, doesn't it? It's because we're all having fun. We're all good friends. So yeah, so that's what I've got for sale. I've got my Story Spark cards of Magic and Monkeys. I've got my Devilish Dilemmas book, which will be the main thing, and also the dice and the badge and the gob heads. What's in the bag? You gob head. So yeah, there we go. It's all exciting stuff. Oh yes, and just before we go, rewatched the classics, the extended versions, and my word, they're good. They still hold up. When were these created? Early 2000s? 20 odd years later. They are so good. I would say these are the best films ever made. They are amazing. They are just tremendous. I had so much fun watching them once again. They're just like they're so full of hope. They're fantasy. It's another world, but everything makes sense. They're amazing. Look at the time. Yes. Good night, Martha, Ken, John, Julian, Sally, and Gentle Grocklesnook. There we go. Yes. Thank you so much, guys. As Sally quite rightly pointed out, let me just double check. We are on holiday. So that's Wednesday and also Saturday. Yeah. So there's not going to be a live stream Wednesday, and there won't be a live stream Saturday. However, let me just double check. There is a live stream on Saturday the 29th. And Jonathan, let me know if you're going to go ahead with International Gamebook Day. Let me know if you're going to go ahead with that. Because obviously we can do that. Helm's Deep is the last majestic in-camera epic battle ever filmed. Is it really? Well, it shows. It's amazing. It's amazing. So anyway, lovely to chat with you guys again. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Lerin. Thank you, Sally. Thank you, Martha. Thank you, Jonathan. Jonathan's put, I don't have any plans, so go ahead. It's quite hard to do. Yes, I was going to say, I did think it's too much. It is too much. I might do it, actually. I might do it. I might not do a 24-hour. 12-hour might be quite good, 9 till 9. And then we'll just play through some game books, see how we get on. Yeah, might do some of the Fighting Fantasy ones as it's gearing up to Fighting Fantasy Fest. Because that'd be a good plug for that. Yeah. I'll have a think about it. Anyway, nice one, guys. Thank you. Anybody else that watched that I didn't name, thank you, Lirin. And Spellsing, thank you very much. Oh, I was going to say, if you're still watching Spellsing, I have watched more of your videos and I'm enjoying them. Some of them I've gone, oh, I don't want that spoiled. So I started watching your Lone Wolf one. I was like, no, I don't want that spoiled. So what I've decided to do is go back to the beginning. So I've started watching your very first videos. So it's all good fun. Anyway, lovely to chat to you all. I will speak to you soon. Have a lovely week. As I say, I'm not going to do Wednesday and I won't be live streaming on the Saturday, but we're back maybe on International Gamebook Day, but definitely on the Saturday. I don't have any plans to go ahead. It's quite... Oh, yeah, I've read it already. Good night. Yes, good night, everybody. And remember, may your thieving never be caught. You already know that, though, don't you? They already know that. See you later, everybody.